Okay, so we're going to do the iGCSE Edexcel June 2022 2H paper. I hope this is useful. The mode of the integers is 9. That means there must be at least 2. Well, in fact, you can see that there are 3 D's, so that's going to be the mode. So D is going to be 9. Just put that in there because we're told that they're in order. The median of the integers is 8. So this is the middle, is between C and D. So that means C has got to be 7. The range of the integers is 4. So the highest to the lowest, there must be a difference of 4, so that's got to be 5. And then we know that it's not equal to, so this one must be 6. So there we go, we have the values. A is 5, B is 6, C is 7, and D is 9. Okay. On the grid, draw and label with this equation the straight line with equation y equals 1. So the y value must equal 1. Okay. So those are all the points where y equals 1. X equals 2. Similarly, once you've got that one the right way around, you should get this one the right way around. X equals 2. Then x plus y equals 7. So let's think of all the points where x plus y equals 7. So 0 plus 7 is 7. 1 plus 6, 2 plus 5, 3 plus 4, 4 plus 3. So these are all the points where x plus y equals 7. There we go. Shading the region where it's bigger than 1, so that's this side of this line. Where it's bigger than 2, so that's this side of this line. Where it's less than 7, so this is the region R. Okay, an aeroplane travelled from New York to Los Angeles. The aeroplane travelled a distance of that in 5 hours and that. Work out the average speed in kilometres per hour. So it's kilometres per hour, so speed is kilometres per hour. Now this is 5 hours and 24/60ths of an hour. And we can just put it into our calculator like that. So 3980 divided by, then I'm going to use the kind of $60 is 737.037. So to the nearest whole number, that is 737. So question 4. Show that this is true. So this is a show that. So we're going to go from the left hand side to the right hand side. Okay, so we're going to say the left hand side equals 16 thirds minus 14 27ths, which equals multiplied by 7. 7, 70 and 42 is 112 over 21 minus times by 3, 60 over 21 is 40, 52 over 21 is 2 and 10, 21, which equals the right hand side. There we go. Okay, question 5. The area of the length is that. Find the length CD. Okay. So I think first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to rule out this bit. 12 times 28 is 336. And we know that this height must be 8. And we know that this base must be 18. And this, therefore, is x. So we know that 8 over 2 x plus 18 equals 434 minus 336. That's the area of the trapezium. Is that. So we've got 4 lots of x plus 18 equals 434 minus 336. 98. I'm going to divide by 4. X plus 18. Oh no, that doesn't. Oh no, well. 98 divided by 4 is 24.5. Minus 18 is going to give me 6.5. Okay. Okay, work out the value of x. So we need to, we've got a right angle triangle, so it's right angle trigonometry. We're interested in this length, which is the adjacent, and this length, which is the hypotenuse. Therefore, that's going to be so toa. So we're going to be cos. So the cos of 42 equals the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So x equals 9.5 times cos 42 is 7.0598. So it's a 1 decimal place is 7.1. Question 7. Change 81 kilometers per hour into meters a second. So 81 kilometers per hour. I tend to do this in 2 goes. So first of all, that's the same as 81,000 meters per hour. Seems to make sense. So then, how many meters do I go in a second? Well, I go less in a second, so I'm going to divide it by 1,000 meters per second. 81,000 divided by is 22.5. Okay, Benaz makes 300 celebration cards, number of birthday cards, number of anniversary cards, number of congratulation cards. 2/5 of the birthday cards have numbers on them. 36 of the anniversary cards have numbers on them, none of the congratulation cards. Work out the fraction of the 300 cards that have numbers on them. Okay, probably the easiest way is just to divide this up. So 7 to 5 to 3. That's birthday, anniversary, and congratulations. So the total is 15, and we've got 300 in total. So how many lots of this ratio do I need? 300 divided by 15 is 20 lots of this ratio. So there's no anniversary. The anniversary card. So this one's 140 of these, 100 of these, and 60 of these. Congratulation cards don't have any numbers on, so 2/5 of the birthday cards, so 140 times 2 over 5 is 28 times 2, which is 56. So that's the birthday. And then the anniversary is 0.36 times 100, which is 36. So the fraction of the 300 cards is, total of that, 56 plus 36 out of 300, which is 92 out of 300, which is half it, 46 out of 150, which is 23 out of 75, and that's then prime, so I think that's as far as we can go. 23 is prime. Pasha invests $50,000 in a savings account for 4 years. He gets 1.3% compound interest. Means he gets the interest and then he puts it back in again. So we've got 50,000, and then to add on 1.3%, we times it by 1.013. And we wanted to do it 4 times, so times by 10 to the power 4. So 50 times 1.013 power 4 is 5261.14. So that's going to be 52651 to the nearest dollar. There we go. Solve the simultaneous equations. Ooh, okay, I'm going to eliminate with these. I'm going to multiply the bottom one by 3. So I get top one stays the same. Bottom one multiplied by 3, I get 9x minus 3y equals 21. I can then add these equations together and that eliminates the y's. So I get 16x equals 24. So x is 24 over 16, which is 1.5. And then from this equation, I've got 3x, so 3 times 1.5 minus y equals 7. Take the 7 over and minus it, so y equals 4.5 minus 7, which I make 2.5 minus. And I can check that in the other equation just to check that it works. 7 times 1.5 is 10.5 minus 7.5 is 3. So yeah, we're all good. Okay, factorise the following. So x and x. 24, so that's 6 and 4, 8 and 3, 12 and 2. 8 and 3 look good because they're going to give me a difference of 5. So 8, positive 8, minus 3. Hence solve this. Well, that means that x plus 8, x minus 3 equals 0, which means x equals minus 8 to make that bracket equal 0, or x equals positive 3 to make that bracket equal to 0. Okay, first row done. Larry is a delivery man. He has 7 parcels to deliver. Mean weight of the parcels is 2.7. Larry delivers 3 of the parcels. Each of the 3 parcels has weight W. The mean weight of the other 4 parcels is 3.3. Work out the value of W. So this is all about totals. So the total of the 7 is the mean weight times 7. Is 18.9. The total of the 4 is 3.3 times 4 by the same basis. It's 13.2. So the total of the 3 is the difference, 18.9 minus 13.2, which is 5.7. And we know that 3 of them give us 5.7, so 3W equals 5.7, so W equals 1.9. Okay, cumulative frequency. So this is between 0 and 20, 20 and 30. This is between 0 and 20, so that's still the same. That's still 7. 0 to 30 is going to be both of those together, so it's going to be 32. 0 to 40, 52. 0 to 50, 66. 0 to 60, another 8, which is 74. Another 6 is 80. That is just worth checking you get the right total. We've got 80 up there and we've got 80 there, so that's all good. We've got to draw a graph and then find the median from the graph. So the key thing is that we plot these at the upper limit. So 0, we've got 0. And then up to 20 we have 7. Up to 30 we have 32. Up to 40 we have 52. Up to 50 we have 66. Up to 60 we have 74. Up to 70 we have 80. And then we either join these with a smooth curve or a dot to dot, but they must go through every point. There we go. And then we're going to find the median. Let's just a different colour. The median is the middle person. We've got 80 people, so we want go along at 40. Try and just zoom in. Looks pretty good on that. And that goes up in 1, so I make that 33. Interestingly, in the mark scheme, you get everything from 32 to 34. So I'm going to go with 33. Okay, use your graph. So, of the people on the train, 60% of those who are aged 18 to 65 are going to work. None of the other people in the train are going to work. Use graph to estimate the number of people in the train carriage are going to work. So let's work out the number of people between 18 and 65. 18. So I make that about 6. Up to 65. I made that 78. You can draw a much better line than I can with a ruler there, but it is 78. Okay, which means we've got 60% of 78 minus 6. So 78 minus 6 is 72. And then we've got 60% of that, so it's 0.6 times 72. Is 43.2. So the number of people I'm going to estimate is 43, but you'd get marks if you put 43, 42 or 44. But an estimate is the number of people, so we want a whole number. Okay, expand and simplify the following. I'm going to do the second two first. So I'm going to get 2x squared plus 3x plus 4x, 3x plus 8x, that's 11x plus 12. And then I'm going to do them all by the 5, so I'm going to get 10x squared plus 55x, that's 55x plus 60, and then minus 2x cubed minus 11x squared minus 12x. Combine them together. I'm going to get minus 2x cubed minus x squared plus 43x plus 60. Make G the subject. Make C the subject. So get rid of the fraction first of all. So I'm going to multiply everything by 4 plus C. So G times 4 plus C equals C plus 3 minus 7 times 4 plus C. So that's 4G plus CG equals C plus 3 minus 28 minus 7C. I want to make C the subject, so everything with C's on it I want to bring to one side. So let's have CG. This is minus 6C, so I'm going to plus 6C equals, it's going to be minus 25 minus 4G. So CG plus 6, that's the key step, minus 25 minus 4g. So C is minus 25 minus 4g over g plus 6. Okay, solve the following equation. So we want to make it into one fraction so we can collect together the terms. So I'm going to put it into sixths. So to do that I'm going to multiply the first one by 2, top and bottom by 2, the second one by 3, okay, so then I've got 8x plus 10 minus 9, and be careful here, plus 6x all over 6 equals 13. I'm going to multiply by 6 and collect together the terms, so I've got 14x plus 1, multiply both sides by 6, I've got 60, 78. So I've got 14x equals 77, x divided by 14 is 5.5. Solve the inequality. So we know that this is a u this way round, and we want to find out when it's less than 0. So we want to find out when it equals 0, and then we can use our common sense to work out when it's going to be less than 0. So it equals 0. So I'm going to try and factorise it. 2y, y, 6 and 5, 6 and 5, no, 10 and 3, 15 and 2, 30 and 1, 6 is 12 and 5, I think that works. So plus 12 minus 5 is 0, so that means y equals minus 6, or y is 2.5 positive. So this crosses the axis at minus 6 and 2.5, which means when is it less than 0? Well, it's less than 0 here. What values of x is it less than 0? Well, it's between those two, so minus 6 less than or equal to, so it's equal to x equal to 2.5. Scrap that. Okay, so we're going to try and factorise this. That's 2y and y, so it can be 15 and 2, 30 and 1, 6 and 5. 6 and 5 probably looks good. 6 makes 12, so I want minus 6 plus 5, so that's minus 12x plus 5x is going to be minus 7x, which means y equals 6 or minus 2.5. And as we were saying, we know that it's going to be a U-shaped graph, and we now know that those points are minus 2.5, 6. And where is it less than 0? Well, it's all of this. So the x values are between here and everything in between. So the answer is minus 2.5 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6. Okay, 100 farmers are after to have goats, sheep, or chickens on their farm. Of the farmers, 31 have sheep, 53, 6 have goats, sheep, and chicken. So that's something we can put in the middle. 11 have sheep and goats. But of those 11 sheep and goats, 6 of them have all three. 17 have sheep and chicken. So that means that's going to be 11. And 18 have goats and chickens. 12, 20 do not have any goats, sheep, or chicken. We now go back and look at 31 have sheep. We've currently got 11, 11 is 22. So 8, 9. 53 have chickens. 53, take away 12, take away 11, take away 6, it's 24. And we want to know, what are we trying to find? Number of farmers in each appropriate subset. Oh, we just need to find all the different bits. So this one, there are 100 altogether, so we need to do 100 minus all of these things. 100 minus 20 minus, is going to leave me with 13. There we go. Okay, find the number G. Number of G is 13 plus 5 plus 6 plus 12. It's 36. The number G union S not. So G union S is all of that lot. So not is 44. And not G, so not in G, intersection with C. So the bits that are not in G but are in C is that box, that's 35. One of the farmers has chickens is chosen at random. Find the probability that this form up. One of the farmers who has chickens is chosen at random. So they have chickens, so they're in this circle. Probably they also have goats. So goats is 18 out of 53, which doesn't simplify. So 18 out of 53. Okay, m varies directly, or is directly proportional to the cube of h. So m equals k h cubed. When n is 4, h is 0.5. So k is 4 over 0.5 cubed. k is 32. So that means that m is 32 h cubed. M is 500 plus 32h cubed. H cubed is 500 divided by 32, which is 15.625. So h is the cube root of 15.625. Is 2.5. Okay. X is 2a minus b over f. Work out the upper bound. Upper bound, so I want the biggest it can be. So the upper bound for x equals 2 times the biggest a can be, which is 7, one decimal place, 7.55, minus, so we want to take away something small, so the smallest b could be 3.415. We're trying to get the upper bound, so we're trying to divide by something small. That to the nearest whole number small is 1.5. So then work that out. 2 times 7.55 minus 3.415 divided by 1.5 is 7.79. Okay. Okay, a equals 14 over 3x minus 7. We know that x is 3 times 7 over 4y minus 3 minus 7. Okay, so I'm going to multiply everything by 4y minus 3, top and bottom. So 14, 4y minus 3 over, so that's just going to be 21 minus 7 lots of 4y minus 3 equals 14 times 4, 56, minus 56y minus 42, 21 minus 28y plus 21. So that's going to be 56y minus 42 over 42 minus 28y. We want the number of y's at the beginning. So I think all of those numbers divide by 7. In fact, I think they all divide by 14. 56 divided by 14 is 4. 42 divided by 14 is 3. 3 minus 2y. Right. Okay, the diagram shows 4 identical circles drawn inside a square. Each circle touches 2 other circles and 2 sides of the square. The region inside the square, outside the circle shown in the shaded diagram, the total area. The region inside the square, that is outside the circles, shown shaded in the diagram, has total area 40. Work out the perimeter of the square. Ooh, interesting. So let's say that these have radius r. So then the square area of the square is 4r times 4r, which is 16r squared. The area of the circles is 4 times pi r squared. So 40 is equal to 16r squared minus 4 pi r squared. So 40 equals 16 minus 4 pi r squared. Minus 4 pi is 3.43, so 40 divided by that is 11.649 minus the square root of that. R equals 3.413. And so the perimeter of the square is all the way around. So there's 4, 4, 4, 4 and 4, so it's 16 R's. It's 4 R's all the way around, so times 54.6 to 3 significant figures. Okay, that's row 2, and we're closing in. Okay, vectors question. OAB, it's a triangle. Q is a point on AB, such that OQP is a straight line. OA is that, OB is that, OAP is that. Okay, so that's not drawn on the diagram. A plus 8b. Using vector to find the ratio. So we know that vector AB is minus 4a plus 6b. We know that the vector AP is 4a plus 2a plus 8b, which is 6a plus 8b. So we're going to have two routes to get to the point Q. So OQ is either going 4a plus lambda of AB, which is minus 4A plus 6B, or it's just mu times AP, which is 6A plus 8B. We then equate those, so looking at the A's, we've got 4 minus 4 lambda equals 6 mu. Looking at the B's, we've got 6 lambda equals 8 mu. And we want to find the ratio AQ BQ, so we're of AB, so we're wanting to find lambda, so let's eliminate mu. So I think 2 lambda equals 5 divided by 4, 6 divided by, no, let's just divide it by 8. 6 divided by 8 is 0.75. 0.75 lambda, which means I've got 4 minus 4 lambda equals 6 times 0.75 is 4.5 lambda. Take it over the other side, so I've got 4 equals 8.5 lambda, so 4 divided by 8.5 lambda equals 8 over 17 as a fraction, which means that B is 8/17 away along from A. So that means A to Q is 8, and the ratio is 8 to 9. Not very nice numbers, but there we go. Okay, A, B, C, D is a kite with diagonals AC, BC drawn on centimetre grid with one scale for 1 unit, point with coordinates -3, -4. A is -3, 4. Diagonals, there's my kite. Diagonals intersect at the point M, and M is the point 0, 2. Given that A given that AB equals AD, and the x-coordinate of B is positive, okay, find the coordinates of the points B and D. So I think I'm going to try and find the equation of this line here and the length of this line here. So I'm going to find the equation of AC, and then I'm going to find the length AM as well. So I need the gradient, so is the rise, they're going from A to M, is going down 2 and it goes up 3. Okay, and it's 0.02, so that is the equation y equals, the y-intercept is 2, so it's minus 2 over 3x plus 2. And then the distance AM equals the square root of 3 squared plus 2 squared, which is 9, plus 4, which is square root of 13. Which means this distance is dm is 6.5 is the square root of 6.5 squared minus root 13 squared. 6.5 squared minus is the square root of 29.25. And both of those must be the same. But we also know this equation. We know the equation is y equals negative reciprocal, so 3 over 2x. This is equation of BD. 3 over 2x plus 2. And we know we might just leave off this bit. We know that the distance AD, let's call this point the point X, Y. We know that minus 3 minus x squared plus 4 minus y squared, it's got to equal 6.5. Okay, so we've got, let's multiply this out, minus 3 times minus 3 is 9, plus 6x plus x squared, plus, and then we've got 4 minus 3 over 2x minus 2, because I'm subbing in that, squared, equals 6.5 squared, which is 29.25. No, it's not. .5 times 6 is 42.25. So I've now got just 9 plus 6x plus x squared plus I've got 2 squared, which is 4, minus 2 times that and that, which is 6x plus 9 over 4 x squared equals 42.25. So I've got no x's, so that's going to make things nicer. I've got some x squared, so I've got 13x squared over 4 equals, let's take it all over to the other side, 42.25 minus 4 minus 9, 29.25 multiplied by 4 divided by 13, so x squared equals 9, so x plus or minus 3. If x is plus or minus 3, then we can work out y. So y is 3 times 3, which is 9, over 2 is 4.5, so it's either plus or minus 4.5, so positive 4.5 is 6.5, or it's negative 4.5 plus 2 is negative 2.5. So the coordinates are positive 3 and 6.5, or negative 3, negative 2.5. There we go. Okay, and penultimate question. Find the coordinates at point A. So this shows a sketch of x over 2. So this is like y equals f of x over 2. So inside is in the x direction, so it's a stretch in the x direction factor 2, so it's pushed it out by a factor of 2. So this point on a normal cos graph would have been 90, it's actually now 180. And the coordinates of point B, as I said, it's just pushed it out this way, so it's still, that would have been 180, so it's now 360, but it's still minus 1. So it's a stretch in the x direction factor 2. Okay, and then last but not least, okay, we want everything in terms of 3s, so 18 is 2 times 3 squared times 27, which is 3 3 to the power 3 halved, and then that is all to the power 4n plus 6 over 6, which is 2 times 3 times 3 squared to the power 2n plus 8 equals 3 to the x. Okay, so the 2's can go, at least one of the 3's can go there. And then we've got on the top 3 times 3 to the power, going to multiply all this together, so half times that is just 2n plus 3, times by 3 is 6n plus 9 over 3 to the 4n plus 16 equals 3 to the x. So this is plus 1, so we've got 3 to the 6n plus 10 minus 4n minus 16 equals 3 to the x. So we know that x is 2n minus 6. And there we have it. I hope that was useful.